Show with the Fantasy Footballers.
Very nice jobs you did there. I went big eyes. Welcome. Welcome to the show after the show. We're just kicking back. Surprised your feet aren't on the desk already.
I'd love to. I need to refill here. I need to stay hydrated, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the show after the show, the Fantasy Footballers. We are going to discuss the Apple event that took place yesterday briefly. I think there are some parallels between fantasy football and technology, namely the one where sometimes people can be so excited for a player and sometimes people have a different perspective. We've been tuned into Apple events for what's going on, I think, iPhone-related events for almost 10 years.
Yeah, and all three of us happen to be Apple guys. We're all
use
using
Apple.
Macs. We record the show on a Mac. We use iPhones.
I feel like
I have an Apple TV.
I'm worthy of. Yeah, I think we're able to speak on these things. We're wearing iWatches.
That's true.
So we use the products. We obviously have watched the keynotes and things like that for
A decade.
For a decade or more. My son, by the way, interesting story. When other kids may watch Transformers, he will watch archived Apple events. That is his level of love for. I mean, he's seen them all now, and he
Wow.
watched yesterday's in its entirety and could probably speak.
You're raising another Steve Jobs.
He loves it. He loves it. He also just finished a coding book, and he's 7, so I'm pretty proud of him.
There you just told you. You got Steve
That is
Jobs
not.
on your hands.
But let's talk about the event yesterday. What were your guys' perceptions? Because my goodness,
I personally, I've been really excited for a while, and when I watched almost the whole thing, I mean, I watched the whole thing, but through almost all of it, my main thought was like, I just did not. Nothing did it for me.
Full crypto?
Yeah,
That event was full.
full crypto.
yeah,
I was disappointed. Obviously there were some products we were hoping, but we knew weren't going to be announced. But as far as the actual stuff that was announced, we all have iWatches, Apple Watches. That was the first big product they announced, and
to me, the Apple Watch announcement. Obviously, the form factor didn't change.
nope.
My wife didn't want one because the form factor didn't change. They didn't get
The
thinner.
big thing
they didn't
was-
get thinner. They didn't get smaller. They didn't get round. They didn't get changed, and that's fine.
They're waterproof now, right?
Right. Well, Jason and I have both been subjecting our watches
I
to
have
water
swam with this and
You have showered?
I shower
For a
with this
year.
every day for a year. I swim with it. I go to water parks and get crypto in this. I'm telling you,
It's been
this
waterproof.
version is waterproof. It was already waterproof.
So that's done.
So now
That's already been done. Look, my perspective on the Apple Watch was, the improvements to the actual operating system I'm excited for. I am happy that it will perform slightly better. I am amazed at the focus that Apple gives in the iPhone, iOS, or the Apple Watch software to little things like animated backgrounds and messaging. I just don't feel
They
like
got stickers.
I mean, look, that stuff is fine to add in there peripherally as cool stuff. It's never been a headliner for Apple when Steve Jobs was around. And so that is an embarrassment to me. I think it is a very big upgrade if you are an athlete or you train
for the Nike one.
Well, not just the Nike one. The GPS built in
Yes.
is very significant for hiking, for training, for tracking, for all of those things. So I'm going to give that credit.
yes, I don't do athletic
Clearly.
walking.
Clearly.
and those
I don't
things.
do walking.
I don't do.
walking.
do hiking. That's
You
for
are.
sure.
What was that? Was it a Disney Pixar movie where the guys eventually
Up.
No,
No,
where
you're
they
talking-
eventually.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
Wall-E.
Wally.
Wally.
Oh,
Give
that's
me
what it
that
was.
chair.
rascal.
Okay, so let's move. Let's shift, if you don't mind. Let's shift to
Oh,
the
I-
iOS, to the iPhone itself.
Yeah.
Again, no form factor changed, and an over-the-top Joni
Well,
Ive related
Well,
video.
You're bypassing the form change that was jet black, where I was.
You were funny about
I
this.
was put through a video. I think that video was about 5 minutes long, finally detailing all the stuff of
most important.
yeah of how they get this thing shiny and black and I don't know if you're familiar.
Revolutionary.
If you've seen the South Park episode where they all start driving a Toyota Prius, and you have a Prius, and the joke in that show is everyone just starts sniffing their own farts, like they full on fart into a glass and take a whiff. They're like, no, it smells like that entire video was so butt sniffery. It was freaking ridiculous.
Oh,
And
you know,
it was the most pretentious video I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
and I
it's
love
marketing, man.
I
They're
love-
just marketers,
I
and we're all
love
going to buy
Apple.
them.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well,
don't get me wrong.
My
I'm buying a
pre-order
new.
midnight tonight. I'm going to get a new iPhone.
the best part about it is they go, the butt sniffery of 5 to 10 minutes of this jet black, and then at the end they're like, "Oh, do you want to buy a case for your phone?"
yeah,
Because everybody's gonna buy a case.
We've taken something revolutionary, and we've made it revolutionarier.
It's just, yeah.
I will say
I
this.
was so let down.
I'm a plus man, both in body and in phone. Okay, I've got the. I'm living the plus life over here.
I will.
Having the plus, the camera.
Yeah,
that
the
looks
camera's
great.
amazing,
The-
and my wife, a photographer, wants it.
Yeah,
badly. The
I-
camera.
I love the fact that you've got the optical 2x zoom, and I love the bokeh portrait shots. Those look great.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not zoom.
Right.
You have shift between two lenses. I mean, you don't.
Right. It's
You're not physically zooming. You actually have a real lens change. It's non-optical for that part. You have the opportunity to bring in more light. You have a much better camera. I think that's great. We all take photos with our camera. We want them to look good. We want them
larger hard drives.
Oh,
Thing.
yeah. That's just like
Oh,
they just threw those into the old models because it's easy, and yet you suffer without ears. So I think what we're saying is that Apple they're great products. They're great products. I don't know if they are making revolutionary steps all the time anymore.
no, they used to every time.
Where's
and
my
that-
wireless charging?
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean something like that.
Oh, I know where it is. It's
Samsung.
2 years ago on
I-
Samsung.
All right. That's enough for today. You guys can weigh in. Again,
I'm not
we're,
changing.
We're going to buy the products. We're going to use the products. And for goodness sakes, make a new MacBook Pro or I'm going to kill you. I'm going to come and kill you.
Goodbye.
Revolutionary. Anodized aluminium.